Hello, Sycamore, and welcome to another episode of Spartan Chat. Today we are so excited to be joined by Mr. Drayton Eggleson, choir teacher and director of the Sycamore High School Madrigals, as well as two Madrigal students, Ty and Owen. Welcome to the Spartan Chat studio, and thank you for joining us today.
Wow, thank you so much for letting us be here. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Ditto.
Mr. Eggleson, we'd first love to hear how long you've been involved in music and how long you've been teaching.
Many moons. So I've been a part of music, I feel like it's my whole life. My father used to take me to concerts when I was as young as 3 years old. I started playing musical instruments when I was 5th grade. I played the saxophone. And then I sang a little bit in musicals and at church and things like that. And I did band and choir in high school, and I did some musicals and madrigals when I was in high school at Sycamore High School. And then now this is my 13th year of teaching music in the Sycamore School District.
As we mentioned in our intro, you not only teach choir throughout the district, but you are also the director of the Sycamore High School Madrigals. We'd really appreciate learning more about the special group today. So first off, what exactly are the Madrigals?
So the Sycamore Madrigals are an extracurricular group, meaning we meet after school. There's choirs during the day that kids meet for in their class, but Madrigals is a group that meets outside of the school day. We typically meet during the first semester, so like in the fall into the winter. And this group of people, they sing music that's based in the Renaissance period or the 17th century. And we also sing holiday tunes like your typical carols, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. But actually, madrigals used to just be strictly a secular type of music, which means it's not about God or anything like that. And madrigals, we've been talking a little bit, because it's around the holiday season, we sing some of the Christmas carols and whatnot. They also dress up in time period clothes as well. These guys have to wear tights, too.
That's true.
So it's pretty wild. And floppy hats and all that. But it's basically a group where we sing music all a cappella, not like the cool poppy a cappella that we hear like boots and cats and boots and cants. But like way back in the day, 17th century music, like I said earlier, and some other a cappella things, but meaning without other instruments, right? And so these guys are a part of that. Can you guys talk a little bit about madrigals and maybe what you experience or why you like doing it?
Yeah, well, this was my first year in Madrigals at the Sycamore High School, and I first got involved because I joined choir, and I heard a lot about it, so I was really looking forward to having more extracurricular after-school activities that I could get involved in to, do some more singing. It's been a really fun experience. I've met lots of fun people, and it's just a different kind of music that you're used to. I haven't heard a lot of the songs before, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed my experience.
I agree with Ty. I have been in choir for a while. Unlike this is his first year. He's doing great, by the way. But Madrigals isn't like a new thing at the high school, but we just restarted it. And I was supposed to be in it a few years ago, but then it didn't happen. So it's been really awesome to get the opportunity to be in it. And like Ty said, it's just totally different than anything I've really sung before. And it's fun to work with so many great singers. And yeah, we do have to wear tights.
Okay, so it sounds like there are definitely some differences between choir and madrigals. Can students be in both? And how do students become members of the madrigals?
Students can be in both. Like I said a little bit earlier, is you can be in choir during the day, but you actually don't have to be in choir at all. Like we have some students who are only in band, or some students who are not in any ensemble at all of our performing school ensembles, and they're able to be a part of it. And these students, they auditioned in the fall to be a part of this group. So they sang some songs for me. I decided if their voice was good enough for the group, and then they joined.
Yeah. For example, about if students can be in both. Ty, obviously, he is in choir and madrigals. Ty and I also both did the fall musical at the school, and I'm also involved in orchestra. So you can pretty much do whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want, but there's no guidelines about the classes you're in if you can take it. Anybody can join, which is the great thing about it.
Beside the high school, where are some of the different places that the Madrigals performed, and where would you say is your favorite place you've ever visited as a group?
You guys want to answer
One of
that?
my favorite places that we performed at right around the beginning of December. We learned a bunch of more Christmassy carols and things that fit that kind of mood. So we went around town and we walked around and did some caroling. So we got to, a bunch of people got to enjoy our music. We got to, advertise to people in our town. And it was a really exciting experience. People got to hear us, for some of them for the first time. And that was a really fun and cool kind of thing to do.
My favorite place we performed was definitely at the actual show we did, which was at the train depot in downtown Sycamore. And that was really fun to me because that was when everybody actually got dressed up in their costume, and we decorated the whole place to look like it was straight out of the entertainment room of a castle or something. It was pretty awesome. And we got cookies.
We did get cookies.
Delicious.
Wow, that all sounds like a lot of fun. I think we have a few more questions before we let Mr. Eggleson go. But before we get to those, let's take a quick break to hear from one of our amazing sponsors. We'll be right back.
He loves me not. He loves me not.
Yuck, what do you know about love? We're only 10.
Well, I know that if a person really loves you, they shop at the best flower shop in town. Carefree Flowers of Sycamore, they're simply the best.
Well, considering you're going to get into so much trouble for picking mom's flowers from dad apart, you better call them today and have a new arrangement delivered, or you're in big trouble.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we're back, and we have just a few more questions for our guest. What all goes into the preparation for your performances? Is it a lot of hard work?
Yeah, it is a lot of hard work. As Owen said, this is the first year we brought Madrigals back in a couple years since COVID. And there's a lot of music. I think these students had to learn 27 songs and memorize them all for that performance. But other things that go into it is we do some acting and some line practice too to help navigate the evening. There's costume building. I have a costumer who helps with that as well. There's ticketing and promotions that go into all this, but there's a ton of work. And these guys deserve a lot of credit because this is the first year we did it back. Usually we repeat some of the songs, probably about half, but this was all new music for these students. And it was really, really successful, despite the fact that they all had to learn basically 27 new songs for our performance. Do you guys want to speak to that at all?
Yeah, we met, I want to say right around once a week. It was tough trying to meet with everyone's schedules, but we would, find times that worked for everyone, and we would just get at it. All of us, we have different voice parts, so we would have different parts of the song we had to sing or learn, so we would have to split off and either work with people who sang the same part as us, or sometimes those who sang different. So getting that to kind of all come together was a challenge, but it was a lot of fun.
Sometimes we even sang 2 times a week for probably about 2 to 2.5 hours every practice. So yeah, it is a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it if you do it.
Okay, before we let you go, could we convince you to sing a song?
Sure. What are you guys going to sing for him?
Owen, you want to take the lead?
We're going to sing the Boar's Head. That's what it's called. It's the Boar's Head, but I got to...
So to set this song up a little bit, typically at a Madrigal dinner, there's an artificial boar's head or a pig head, a wild pig. It's not real. It's made out of paper mache. Don't worry, it doesn't stink, and it's not all bloody and anything like that. But typically, this is a song of celebration and thanks for hunting, for the meat and that type of thing. And so the boar's head is displayed at the head table, and so these guys each had solos for the boar's head, and so they're going to sing their solo and the little refrain. This traditionally happens right before the boar's head is displayed.
All right, I guess I'll go. Just 1 second. The boar's head in Hanbury be decked with bays and rosemary. And I pray you, my masters, be merry, quotestis in convivio. Caput aprite ferro, redens laudes Domino.
The boar's head, as I understand, is the rarest dish in all the land, which thus be decked with a gay garland. Let us servi with a cantico.
Caput aprite ferro, redens laudes Domino. Don't judge too harshly, guys.
It's been a while.
It's been a couple months.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure visiting with Mr. Drayton Eggleson, choir teacher and director of Sycamore High School Madrigals. Mr. Eggleson, thank you for your time today, and the best of luck with all the future choir and magical performances.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us here today. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Spartan Nation, that wraps up another episode of Spartan Chat. We hope you've enjoyed your time with us today. Make sure to check back often for the newest episodes. Until then, go Spartans!